Story 1. At first, the man and the woman were very happy together. But their home had some problems. The shower wasn't always hot. The walls needed new paint.
Then one of the chairs broke. Then the washing machine stopped working. The man never wanted to paint the walls or fix the problems, so the woman always did these things. She had a job in the daytime, so she did them in the evenings. The man wanted to go out in the evenings and have fun. So he went out with his friends. One evening, the woman felt tired. She thought about her life with the man and said to herself, "Our relationship isn't working. I'm not really happy with him." So she packed a bag and wrote a note, "It's not working. I've had enough. I'm going back to my mom." She left the note on the fridge. The man came home late. He read the note on the fridge. He opened the fridge and thought, "It's working fine. The light's on, the beer's cold. What does she mean?"
Story 2. There was a factory with about 100 employees. The boss was rather unpleasant. He watched the workers carefully to make them work hard, and sometimes he shouted at them. One morning, he came to the factory at 9 in the morning. All the workers looked busy except for one man. He was in a chair near the coffee machine. He had a cup of coffee in his hand. Half an hour later, the boss passed the coffee machine again. The man was still in his chair, not working. The boss was angry. "What are you doing?" he asked. "Not much," the man answered. "Just waiting, drinking coffee, enjoying a nice long break." The boss was so angry that he could hardly speak. How much money do you get per week?" he asked. "About £400, the man answered. The boss gave £400 to the man and shouted, "Take the money and get out of here. Go. Get out now." When the man had gone, the boss asked another worker, "What was that man's job?" "He doesn't work here," the worker said. "He was waiting to collect a document." Story 3. One day a governor went to the town to visit. He saw everyone one by one and chatted. While the governor was leaving the town, the headman came running to the governor. "Governor, can we talk a little bit? Our town has too many problems," said the headman. The governor happily accepted and they sat at the headman's house and started talking. The governor asked the headman to tell all the problems. The headman said that there is a very small school in the town and that there is only one teacher. The governor said, "I'm doing it right now." He picked up the phone and asked them to send a teacher to town and hung up. The headman stared in surprise. "We have water shortages in the town. We need a dam to the river," said the headman. The governor picked up the phone again, talked to someone, and said, "I've arranged this too. Is there any other problem?" The headman said that there was a much bigger problem. He turned to the governor and said, "We cannot use phones here for years, Governor. There is no telephone line here." Story 4. A woman awakes in the middle of the night to find her husband not in bed. She puts on her robe and goes downstairs to look for him. She finds him sitting at the kitchen table with a cup of hot cocoa in front of him. He appears to be in deep thought, just staring at the wall. She watches as he wipes away a tear from his eye. "What's the matter, dear?" she whispers as she steps into the room. "Why are you down here at this time of night?" The husband looks up from his drink. "It's the 20th anniversary of the day we met." She can't believe he has remembered and starts to tear up. The husband continues, "Do you remember 20 years ago when we started dating? I was 18 and you were only 15, he said solemnly. Once again, the wife is touched to tears thinking that her husband is so caring and sensitive. "Yes, I do," she replies. The husband pauses. The words were not coming easily. "Do you remember when your father caught us in the back seat of my car?" "Yes, I remember," said the wife, lowering herself into a chair beside him. The husband continued. "Do you remember when he shoved the shotgun in my face and said, 'Either you marry my daughter or I will make sure you spend the next 20 years in prison'?" "I remember that too," she replied softly. He sighed as he wiped another tear away from his cheek and said, "Would have gotten out today." Story 5. Once an old lady came to biggest bank of city and said that she wanted to deposit some money in the bank. When staff asked how much, old lady replied that she wanted to deposit around 10 lakhs but asked to meet bank manager before depositing her money. Manager came cleared her queries. Then while talking he asked, 10 lakhs is lot of money. What do you do? Old lady replied, nothing special, I just bet. Surprised, manager asked, you earn so much by betting. Wonderful. Old lady replied, it's nothing. Even right now, I can bet for 1 lakh rupees that you have put a wig on your head. Manager laughed and said, no. I am still young and do not wear wig. At this old lady said, then why not bet? Manager thought that old lady is crazy and is willing to put a bet of 1 lakh which she would lose because I know that I don't wear wig. I even told her that I don't wear wig, still she wants to bet, then why not take advantage? It would be easy money. Manager agreed to bet 1 lakh, old lady said, since it's matter of 1 lakh, I will come tomorrow morning exactly at 10 o'clock with my lawyer and bet result will be decided in front of him. Manager replied, sure. Old lady left. Manager couldn't sleep all night. He kept thinking about 1 lakh rupees and that old lady. Next morning exactly at 10 o'clock old lady reached manager's cabin with her lawyer, said to manager, are you ready? Manager replied, absolutely. Old lady said, since lawyer is also present here, amount is big. So I want to confirm myself that you don't wear any wig. I will look at your hairs myself. Manager thought for a moment and replied, sure. After all it's matter of 1 lakh. Lady came near manager and grabbed manager's hair and started pulling them. At same time, lawyer who came with old lady, started banging his head on wall. Seeing this, manager asked old lady, what happened to lawyer? Old lady replied, nothing, he just lost his bet. Yesterday, I made a bet of rupees 5 lakh with him that, today at 10 o'clock in morning I will grab and pull hair of manager of biggest bank of this city.